Ladies and gentlemen, now coming to the squared circle, Adam Deines. Mesdames, Messieurs, accueillons Imam Khataev. Mesdames, Messieurs, Eye of the Tiger et Riyadh Season présente ce duel prévu pour 10 rounds pour le championnat NABF des mi-lourds. Ladies and gentlemen, Eye of the Tiger and Riyadh Season proudly present this contest scheduled for 10 rounds, and it is for the NABF Light Heavyweight Championship. Ce combat est sanctionné par la Régie des alcools, des courses et des jeux sous la supervision de M. Jean Gauthier. Superviseur NABF, the NABF Supervisor, M. Michel Hamelin. Médecin traitant, Dr. at Ringside, Dr. Marc Gagné et Dr. Normand Lavoie. Les juges pour ce combat, judges for this bout, M. Nicolas Hainaut, Mme Marie-Josée Guérin et M. David Derrien. L'arbitre, your referee, M. Junior Padulo. Tout d'abord, dans le coin bleu, l'aspirant s'affiche 24 victoires, seulement 3 défaites, 1 verdict nul, 14 victoires acquises par KO. Il nous vient de Magdebourg, Allemagne, et pèse 174,1 livres. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the challenger. Professional record, 24 wins, 3 defeats, 1 draw, 14 wins coming by way of knockout. From Magdeburg, Germany, weighing 174.1 pounds, Adam Deines. Et son adversaire dans le coin rouge s'affiche 10 victoires, 1 seule défaite, 9 victoires acquises par KO. De Sydney, Australie, pesant 174,4 livres. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, professional record 10 wins, 1 defeat, 9 wins coming by way of knockout. From Sydney, Australia, weighing 174.4 pounds, il est le champion NABF des mi-lourds. He is the reigning and defending NABF Light Heavyweight Champion, Imam Khataev.
All right, boys, procedure instructions, protect yourself at all time, obey my commands. So all this is good right here. All this is good right here. You guys ready? Let's do it.
And we look at the tail of the tape for this NABF light heavyweight title fight. Imam Khataev, as always, in really good shape, weighing in 174.4, rock solid pounds. Slight reach advantage to Imam Khataev, even though he doesn't quite fight that way. He likes to come forward. And the opening bell sounds in what is sort of a make or break fight for both guys. Deines obviously tends to lose these step up in class fights, and he thinks this is the time he can finally make it over the hump. And Imam Khataev, the question, Matt, hanging over the fight for him is how he will react to that loss to David Morrell in July. Does he take that message, and the message being that he is every bit as good as everyone else at the top of the 175-pound division? Does he take that message and move forward, or does he dwell on the injustice in ways that hold him back?
Nice, just little over-the-top left hook by Khataev as a counter shot.
Yes.
The southpaw. He's fighting a southpaw for the second consecutive fight. You saw he had success, of course, against Morrell with the timing that sometimes is a disadvantage for an orthodox fighter. And Khataev against Deines here in this ring of, well, how did you describe it, Morgan, earlier?
It's a casino theater-sized ring.
Well, casino theater-sized ring will mean a lot of action. I really like this fight. And Deines is somebody who has very good assets as well as a fighter.
Yes.
And he gave Beterbiev trouble. Now, the surprising result was against Albert Ramirez, and Albert Ramirez ended up doing much better than even Beterbiev did, but obviously you can always compare. Styles make fights, but I think it's going to be a very, very good fight.
Yeah, for people who haven't seen Adam Deines fight before, and again, you look at his record, and he has his 3 losses. 3 losses stand out, but they're all the world-level performers. One was to Fan Long Meng when Fan Long Meng was on his way up. It was an ascendant light heavyweight. There was Artur Beterbiev, obviously, and Albert Ramirez. But the thing about Adam Deines is he is not shy. I mean, he fought Beterbiev. He fought Beterbiev. He didn't go there to make 12 rounds versus Beterbiev, which probably led to him getting knocked out, but he touched Beterbiev. He tried to touch Albert Ramirez. So he's not shy. He's not scared to whack Imam Khataev if that's what it takes. Oh, huge right hand from Imam Khataev, because Imam Khataev is also not shy about letting his hands go, and this knockdown looks eerily similar to the one that he caught David Morrell with.
That's right. Morrell was also kind of on the back foot when he got knocked down. Khataev had been a pressure fighter early on in his career, but he's been landing that right hand with more authority the last few fights.
That looping right hand against a southpaw who's trying to sneak out the back door. And again, you see Khataev jumping in with that right hand again, this time downstairs. Which is frustrating for a guy like Deines, for a southpaw opponent who is circling the way he's supposed to circle.
That's right.
Moving counterclockwise is supposed to help him avoid that right hand, and Khataev still finds a way to land it.
Using your footwork is just very difficult. He's backed against the ropes very quickly after 2-3 steps. The size of both of these men.
There's a sharp left hand from Deines, and he lets go in other ones. It's a tie-up with 2 quick 1-2s, and I'm not sure Deines wants to get caught in those types of exchanges, man.
The worst part is Deines was doing very good up until that knockdown. It's going to be one of those fights when the equalizer power of Khataev can change things quickly.
You see Khataev, Matt, land that left hook over the top.
This is the right hand, kind of on the forehead of Deines, who was kneeling down, didn't see the shot come, but that just means just how powerful, strong Khataev is, especially early in a fight.
It also highlights, again, another similarity to the Morrell knockdown, in the sense that when Khataev knocked Morrell down, Morrell was winning that round. He had won every moment of that round up until the knockdown, as we begin round 2 of Imam Khataev's bounce-back fight against a very game-willing, determined, and ambitious Adam Deines.
Deines, of course, we're not going to make the mistake with him and Morrell in terms of right now in the world rankings, but he's still a world-level fighter.
Yeah, he's a guy that, again, his only losses are the world-level guys. And if, the other way to look at it is, if you can beat Adam Deines, that's a signal that you are ready for the top 10.
It's also to prove, I think, that having very solid opponent in front of you. That the David Morrell fight was not just a fluke for the people who are not familiar with Khataev.
Yes.
And he can do this against top-level opposition in the light heavyweight division.
Yes.
Deserves a shot again.
Yeah. And that roundhouse right, he keeps finding lanes for that. Even again, Deines partially blocked that one, but it's still making an impact. Yeah, but to your point, Matt, Khataev is out to prove that performance against Morrell, that razor-thin decision that he wound up losing that a lot of people felt he won, wasn't necessarily a function of Morrell just going out here and underperforming, but it was the fact that Khataev just forced Morrell to do things he wasn't comfortable doing, at least especially in the first half of that fight.
Absolutely. And Khataev wants to improve defensively each fight. I remember a fight he had in Australia right before Morrell where he got hit.
Yes,
everything.
Against Palacios, especially in the second half of that fight.
That's right. I was actually in Australia for that show because of Shanika Johnson fighting on the same card. And Khataev, I mean, really took a lot of punches. And he's something that he wanted to improve. And defensively today, I don't think he'll ever be confused for Pernell Whitaker, but he has made those improvements.
He's tightened up his defense. Now the question for him is, can he finish as strong as he starts against a world-level fighter? And Adam Deines just drilled him with a couple of straight left hands. Maybe didn't hurt Khataev, but got his attention, man.
It's a high-intensity fight. You feel both men really are alert at all times because of the power they have, especially, of course, Khataev.
Here's Deines from a distance starting to incrementally catch Khataev's timing, punching between Khataev's punches.
Left hook that if it landed could have been very dangerous there for a moment.
Watch your head. Stop.
And again, the challenge for Khataev isn't going to present itself necessarily in the first half of this fight, because that's not where he tends to struggle. But in the second half of this fight, he struggled in the second half against Morrell, but he just, to our eyes, seemed to have a lead going into the second half of that fight. Struggled in the second half of the fight before that. So if you're Deines, you want to get this fight into the late rounds, but it's an aggressive, motivated Imam Khataev. And again, Ring Magazine, Matt, on newsstands right now. Floyd, Manny, Usyk, Bud, the Mount Rushmore pound for pound of 21st century fighters. If you can find it, our man Corey Erdman might have another article. He pops up every now and then in the print edition as well.
Very busy man. I believe Corey Erdman will be making his way to Riyadh next week. The WBC Grand Prix Finals.
The hardest working man in the boxing business, aside from Russ Amber.
So Imam Khataev, with his brother now Shamil Khataev as the head trainer.
Yes.
Luc Vincent Ouellet as the cut man, and we even see Arthur Bjorslanov's brother in the corner. Bjorslанов, who is managed, as Khataev is, by Jim Kambosos, the father of George Kambosos, of course.
And Bjorslанов, he and Khataev didn't know each other until the day Khataev showed up in Montreal.
Oh, body shot.
Big right hand to the body has Adam Deines doubling over in pain.
Oh, that hit the right spot.
Deep thoughts about what he wants to do with the rest of this fight.
It's not getting up.
And he tried to get up to beat the 10 count. Did not happen. Massive right hand. And Khataev almost apologetic about hurting Adam Deines.
Khataev is one of those guys, Morgan, that I've seen this throughout boxing where gentlemen outside the ring, but a monster inside the ring when that bell rings. And Khataev, that's just a heck of a performance, but he was respectful throughout the week. And I think he will become an increasingly fan favorite.
And again, I think what we've seen now tonight is evidence that that near win over Morrell wasn't a fluke. And
no.
What looks like improvement in Imam Khataev is actually improvement. Now, we don't know how. Let's look at this highlight.
Oh, so it was the right uppercut. Looked like it hit right center, though. The middle of the body of Deines. Usually you, but you didn't see it happen. So
yeah,
it wasn't exactly a liver shot, but
no, but right along that inner ridge of the rib cage.
Correct.
If you for people that grew up playing American football, gridiron football, if you ever landed on top of the football,
you're wounded for a good 15 seconds.
Yes. And so I'm sure that's something like what that feels, except this is probably more intense.
The way he threw that shot, especially the problem is that Deines was backing up, thinking of maybe a counter to the head as he's been doing Khataev. His body was open, and in a body shot, the way it does the most damage is if you're not expecting it as the other fighter. And sometimes you can throw a massive, strong body shot, but if you're knowing you can brace an impact for it, it can still limit the damage as versus one where you're not even expecting, your arms are open and boom, it catches you. And it didn't look like he was going to get up in time.
Yeah, when you get caught between the ribs, between breaths, that's extremely painful. And Deines, heading into this fight, was really confident that he could control the range. But what he told me before this fight was that Imam Khataev can really only function at mid-range, that he doesn't fight well on the inside, doesn't fight well when you can keep him at distance. You can see Deines there got caught at mid-range. That's not where he wanted to be. He was trying to get back out to a distance where he was comfortable. But
it's very hard to keep Khataev at a distance in this action-packed theater ring.
Yes. And in terms of fighting on the inside, you're taking your chances. We don't know how skilled he is on the inside, but we know he's an extremely strong guy with experience, like in wrestling. So he knows in the abstract what to do when you get in close. And so Deines' best chance in this fight, this was a weakness he told me he had identified, was his inability by Khataev to fight at long distance, and that was what he wanted to do. That's what he was trying to get back to doing, but Khataev just came through with that woodsman's axe of a roundhouse right hand.
He'll be a problem in that division. I got a name for you, Morgan, if I allow myself to play matchmaker for a second.
Mesdames, Messieurs, chronomètre officiel, 25 secondes du troisième round. L'arbitre Junior Padulo arrête le combat, déclarant le gagnant par TKO. Ladies and gentlemen, official time, 25 seconds of round number 3. Referee Junior Padulo stops the fight, declaring the winner by TKO, and still the NABF light heavyweight champion, Imam Khataev.
Impressive, resounding, one-punch body shot knockout victory for Imam Khataev. Improves his record, Matt, to 11-1 with 10 knockouts. But you were getting ready to tell me who you think Imam Khataev should face in the near future.
I think one name that I would love to see as a matchup for the fans would be a Khataev-Ben Whittaker fight.
Yes.
That's one fight that I'd love to see.
A rematch of the 2020, well, technically it's the 2020 Olympics, because that was the name of the Olympics, the 2021 Tokyo Olympics semifinal that Ben Whittaker won.
Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily going to be, of course, in the works. There's other fights, maybe like a Joshua Buatsi, that just coming off a performance that was not a fan-friendly style whatsoever. Khataev is going to make you fight. There's no doubt about it. He's there with Makhmudov. Arthur Biarslanov is in the ring. Makhmudov, who apparently is going to have a big fight announcement coming up shortly. Biarslanov, we know, is up in the rankings at 140 pounds. And that entire region, right, when you look at whether it's Chechnya, Dagestan.
Yes.
Probably forgetting one or two regions, but the MMA and boxing world, there's a lot of great fighters there. And of course, Arthur Beterbiev was one of the first we saw make his way here in Montreal.
Yeah, and to finish the point we were making at the beginning of round 2, Arthur Biarslanov and Imam Khataev didn't know each other. The first time they met was the day that Imam Khataev showed up in Montreal to weigh in for his first fight with Eye of the Tiger management, but they became very fast friends, and now again they share a manager in Jim Cambosos, and they hang out, they train together, and they have become extremely close to the point, yes, that you see Arthur Biarshlanov's brother in Imam Khataev's corner.
And Khataev also, by being established in Australia and many times in Montreal, his English is getting better, and I think he's definitely making an effort to get more fans, and we see his action in the ring is going to have a lot of people wanting to tune in. That right hand that went to the head, the body shot later on ended it. Boom. Nice, beautiful counter crisp shot. His right hand is a problem.
Yeah, counter right hand to the body, one punch home run for Imam Khataev. He improves his record. Main event coming up, Alexander Gaumont, Ramadan Hassani. Stick with us, because it's going to be one you don't want to miss.
Je suis le meilleur.
Tu sais, quand on dit la boxe sauve des vies, là, c'est pas du parler pour du parler.
C'est des gars